Hi, this is Tyler Kettle, and this is another reading of In Space, No One Can Hear You Clean. So we're starting just after Matt's been told that he's going to space because he was stealing and he was blackmailed. So, fun. Recalled feeling numb as I left the office and headed to the break room, which is a few doors down. My mind was so out of it that I barely registered my hand pushing open the break room door and walking into tight space. Besides a row of lockers and a few tables and chairs, there was not much else in the cramped room. Walked over to one of the lockers and grabbed the combination lock on it. Swiftly, and more so at a reflex, I started to input the combination, but it didn't work. Flustered, I tried it again and it still didn't work. Then I looked up and saw it wasn't my name on the locker. It was Terry's. Whoops. Moving away, I finally found my way to my locker and got it open. Yanking out my coveralls, and I put them on and buttoned them up. As I did so, I think I might have missed some buttons. Not like it really mattered. Not like we're going for high fashion here at the CSA. At the moment, it really started to hit me. I was going to space. Fuck. Suddenly, it felt like I was surrounded by these giant human-shaped thoughts. They punched, kicked, and spat at me. But the worst of it was what they yelled at me. How can you be so stupid? What sort of idiot manages to get caught? How could you let this happen? You're going to die in space. You know that, right? If you hadn't stolen, you wouldn't be here. If you hadn't done a lot of things, you wouldn't be here. Why are you such a disgrace? Roxanne will hate you. Why don't you just take that bike of yours into a portal? I had to listen to all this, taking the abuse of it all. Growing furious inside, I wanted to slam my fist against my locker. Yellow in anger. Yellow, hell, I wanted to destroy the whole room. But I didn't. I pushed it down. Why? Fuck. Wish I knew. Are you a therapist or something? You tell me. What's your most Freudian guess? After somewhat collecting myself, I left the room and went to the cleaning closet next door. As I opened it up, those angry thoughts still circulated in my mind, followed every footstep. Expressing them didn't seem to help much. It only made them grow louder and more desperate for my attention. It was like I was trying to close a suitcase with too many clothes in it. They just kept falling out, making me have to stuff them back in somehow. I needed a drink, but that wouldn't be until later. Fuck. Why didn't I bring a flask today? Somewhat finding my focus, even with the chaos in my mind, I stepped into the dark, empty cleaning closet. The shelves were lined with sprays and other chemicals, and my cart was in the corner, loaded with a broom, half empty, garbage bag, and various other cleaning supplies. I grabbed it and left. What followed was a few hours of aimlessly cleaning rooms, emptying bins, wiping down walls, trying to avoid eye contact or any semblance of conversation with anyone. I knew that if I talked to someone, I'd flip out. People would say that I'm crazy, and suddenly I'm talking to HR. I didn't need to talk to HR today, especially Francine, who will talk to you about her 8 cats for 20 or so minutes, which makes you practically beg for the write up just so you can get out of there. Maybe that's her way of doing her job. Heap more punishment onto the punishment. So people will avoid breaking the rules because they fear the long talking cats. And the write up, of course. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right, the job I hate. As I went about my duties, I tried to keep my mind on what I was doing. Like if I was wiping down a table, I attempted to keep my thoughts only on that. That's how desperate I was to not think about what just happened. Obviously, I only worked for a few seconds. Then I was right back to thinking about what an idiot I am, space, and how I'm definitely going to die there. Let me be clear. I was never the kid who looked to the stars and dreamt of going into space. Of course, I knew kids who did, but it was never for me. I thought of other things, like art and books, things that were achievable down on the safety of Earth. But here I was going to space. Would you be terrified like me, or excited? Would you pick prison? No, I don't think you would pick prison. As I sit up here in space, I should have gone to prison. Yeah, it would have been a few years of my life, and I would have been labeled as a criminal for the rest of my life, but I would still be on Earth instead of here, eating gross food and wondering if some space rock is going to slam into the side of the ship, killing us all. Now, would you pick prison, or do you need to watch Alien? Anyway, back to it. There I was, scrubbing out the dirtiest toilets in an opened bathroom stall on the lower levels. The IT department had just visited it after Taco Day, so I was hoping that the foul stench in the air would drive out all thought from my mind. It didn't. I scrubbed and thought and thought of how shitty my life had become. I had come to the city in search of a dream, and somehow I ended up here. This isn't the way that I wanted my life to go. As I worked, I wished for peace and quiet. Then the bathroom door was shoved open. Fuck. I could hear whistling in the air as I tried to focus on my work. Hey, Matt, what are you doing on your knees? Trying to get a raise? Someone asked behind me as they started to laugh in a slow, unhuman-like way. I turned to see Ryan the robot standing behind me. He had his work overalls on with the top three buttons unbuttoned, revealing an air-painted dragon on his chest. Skulls and flames covered his arms. His hair was red that day, I think. Or was it purple or red? I don't know. He changed it so much. Working. I turned back to the toilet. At the time, I still found it odd to deal with these robots. With their metallic body parts and human-like voice, they were trying so hard to be human, but they weren't. Okay, that's so retro. Don't you have four side hustles at this point? Come on, you have to move it or you won't win it, bro. Ryan leaned back against the counter and took out his phone. Before I knew it, he was snapping selfies of himself in the freshly clean mirror, like it was the logical thing to do at that moment. Hey everyone, Ryan smiles into his phone. I'm just at work, working, and I just thought that I would check in with my ride group, see how all of you are doing. Are you working today? Are you not working? Or have you taken a self-care day and are having a spa treatment? Whatever you're doing, I just want you to know that you're killing it out there. Ryan gave the phone a thumbs up. Hey man, can you stop that? I asked as I got to my feet, leaving my scrub brush on the ground. Ryan glanced at me before looking back at his phone. That's just Ryan. This is Matt. He's one of those old-fashioned folks who doesn't like social media. Ryan pauses. I know. How can anyone not like it? Dude, seriously. I walked towards him, the rage building up inside me. Do you want to say hi, Matt? Ryan pointed his phone at me. Suddenly, with white-hot rage, I grabbed the phone. Each and every one of you is a fucking idiot for following this fucking moron of morons. Now fuck off. I clicked off the live stream and tossed the phone back to Ryan, who awkwardly caught it. Real mature, Matt. Do you know how many people are going to DM me and complain? Do you know how many people are going to unsubscribe? Fuck. I was this close to getting a brand deal with Amazon. Now I'll be lucky to get a deal with some second-rate grocery store. So just fuck you, Matt. Ryan started to walk out of the room. I could have been famous, so fuck you for that too. Ryan left the room, slamming the door behind him. Thank God. I don't know what to say about the rest of the workday. I cleaned. I ate my somewhat appetizing sandwich in the break room, away from the robots. Distinctly, I remembered Ryan giving me an annoyed look from the other side of the room. His numbers must have taken a big hit. Not like I cared.